Lean in, lock in, listen. Hey, I'm just getting to my microphone. I'm just leaving a graduation. I thought it'd be a great time for me to just holler at you. Yeah, as we always do. And really speaking to some amazing graduates today from all circles of life who had a number of different setbacks. But as you know, setbacks are setups for greater comebacks. Persevered through a lot of academic issues or just people who didn't believe in them. And ironically, today, the graduation was held at a racetrack. Can you believe that? Yeah. The graduation today was held at a racetrack. And I was telling them, I said, there's kind of some significance here because being at this particular racetrack, the the emphasis is that there's a need for speed. As we were seeing the race cars and circling the track, I told the graduates, listen, I need you to know that life is more than a race, it's a pace. Steadiness, not speed, is really the standard for success. So let them know, listen, it's not about how fast you finish, it's the fact that you finished. Despite maybe some setbacks that you may have faced, despite some ups and downs, it's not about what you're driving, it's about what's driving you that matters the most. And letting them know graduation means a gradual process. Nobody gets there overnight. It's a step by step, it's a day by day, it's a minute by minute, it's a semester by semester, year by year, gradual process to graduate to another level of success. And being at the track reminded them to stay on track. And that's what I want to talk about, staying on track, how to find your lane. I don't know if you've ever been in a particular place where you're saying, listen, I see what everybody else is doing. I see where everybody else is going. I see how everybody else is succeeding and leading and all these other things. But how do I remain on track? How do I shift my gear to another level? How do I shift my gear before the end of the year? How do I remain on track? How do I find my lane? Well, you're in for a good one because finding your lane is really the self-discovery aspect. What is it that you are good at? What is it that nobody can beat you being you? You're too unique to compete. You're too rare to compare. Your royalty demands loyalty. How do you find your lane? How do you remain in your lane? When you got people trying to swerve in your lane, when you got people all doing this, all types of things, people who don't know how to drive, people don't even know their purpose. People don't even know where they are going. And simply because they don't know where they are going, they want to stop you from getting there. You have to remain in your lane so that you don't crash. It's about shifting gears. It's about finding your lane because life is not about what or who finishes the race first. It's the fact that you had the temerity, you had the audacity, you had the determination to finish what you started, which makes the difference. That's what makes the difference. Finishing what you start. It's not about how fast you do it. It's the fact that you do it. Let me say that again. It's not about how fast you finish. It's the fact that you finish. That's what matters most. And here's the thing. You will never finish until you find your lane. What is your lane? What is it that you're so good at doing? What is it that really now puts you into a particular place of purpose? What becomes purposeful and lucrative for you at the same time? What is that thing that really wakes you up in the morning, that becomes really your ingenuity, that really becomes the engine and the clarion call and the lights the cauldron, the flame in your life, to where you know that when you're doing it, you're in your purpose? For me, that's this. For me, that's doing the podcast. For me, that's empowering. For me, that's speaking locally, nationally, globally, at graduations like I just did today, at my church where I serve as the pastor of the Remnant Worshipers Ministry here in the city of Detroit. When I'm writing books such as Know Your No, how to build healthy boundaries and love without losing yourself. Right? When I'm sharing my story of overcoming stage 4 cancer, that's when I understand that I'm in my purpose. When I'm mentoring many of our young brothers in the community who feel as if they haven't found their lane, who feel as if, yes, they may have found their lane, but they don't know how to get to the destination. Empowering people to overcome obstacles. That's what it's all about for me. What is it about for you? What really lights the cauldron and the flame in your life? What is it that you were called to do? Why? Because a job is what you're paid for, but your calling and your purpose is what you're made for. What is it that you are made to do? What is it that the world needs from you? As I've said before, somebody's waiting for you to become who you are so they can become who they're supposed to be. Here's the question: how much longer will you make them wait? And for many of us, if we're really going to be honest, we're making people wait because there's a weight on our life. We're making people wait because we're dealing with the weight of trauma. We're dealing with the weight of issues. We're dealing with the weight of depression. We're dealing with the weight of everybody else's obligations that make us feel so overwhelmed. We're dealing with the weight. Why? Because we don't know our no. That's why we're dealing with the weight. We're dealing with the weight because we have not said yes to success. We're dealing with the weight because we have not said no to all of the things that are deleterious to our destiny. And we have not said yes to our purpose. Come on. If you're going to stay on track, you have to find your lane. Secondly, you have to say yes by telling yourself no to what does not empower you to grow. And the only way to do that is to build boundaries. Listen, on the road of life, there are boundaries, family. There are boundaries. The lane that you're driving in. Come on, those white, yeah, those white lines on either side of you, on the side of every car, on the side of the road, within the road, on the highway. Those white lines on the streets and the highways and the byways gives you a boundary. And if you're going to cross that boundary, you got to get permission from the person who you're driving next to. Who am I talking to? I hope it's you. I know it's you. You got to get permission rather than just taking onus and just doing what it is that you want to do when you want to do it. Life, on the road of life, there are boundaries. On the road of life, there's a median. On the road of life, there are particular lines, there are particular construction, barriers, boundaries even, that you should not cross. When you see certain signs and lines, you're either supposed to wait, supposed to stop, supposed to get permission so that you're not encroaching on pedestrians. You got to say yes by saying no to what does not empower you to grow. You have to adhere to the boundaries that are all around you. You also have to create some boundaries within you. Because if you don't create the boundaries within you, you'll never be able to execute the boundaries on the outside of you. You'll never be able to express that, and you'll never be able to execute it. Got to find your lane. Got to find your lane. You have to say yes. And then here's the third thing. You have to accelerate into purpose. This is the season of all gas, no brakes. That's what it is. It's a season to put the pedal to the metal. It's a season to stop starting and stopping at the same time. I was in line to try to get into a gate for a meeting. And as I was in line waiting to get into the gate for this meeting behind a number of different cars who were going in the same direction I was going in, I'm sitting behind the car and I've got my foot on the brake. But here's the thing. I didn't realize that my foot was not only on the brake, but it was slightly pressing down on the gas. And all of a sudden my car was it was stunting. It was starting and stopping, and it was moving, and then it was halting. Forward, backward, forward, backward, forward, backward, forward, backward. And here's the thing. That's for many of us, that's how our life is. Because indecision is the decision. And my car is saying, listen, what are you going to do? You going to brake or you going to accelerate? Little did I know I had my foot on both of those pedals. And the car is confused because either you're going to brake or you're going to accelerate. It's like somebody who is on the road and they're supposed to be, they got the left turn signal on, but they're going right. I'm confused. When you don't know what you want, somebody's going to decide what you get. Are you confused yet? Well, so is the person who doesn't know what they want. Indecision is a decision. And for many of us, our life keeps halting because we've got our foot on the accelerator and we've got our foot on the brake. We got our foot on the gas and we got our foot on the brake. You going to brake or you going to put the pedal to the metal? You can't do both, though. It's your season of acceleration. Got to accelerate to the finish line. I believe that there's a finisher's anointing on your life. What do I mean by that? That what you start, you will finish. He's going to perfect those things that concern you. He's going to perform it, the scripture said, until the day of Jesus Christ. You've got to be willing to run your race with patience. Run the race that is set before you. Scripture says this, looking unto Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith. Stop looking all around you. Stop looking behind you. Focus forward. Focus on finishing. It's not about how fast you finish. It's the fact that you finish. Do not despise the day of small beginnings. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. That's what Neil Armstrong said. If you focus, you will finish. Stop focusing on stop just focusing on, I just got to finish. But if you can start, I guarantee you're going to finish. For most people, finishing is not the hardest part, it's starting. Because you got all these roadblocks, these mental roadblocks in your mind, these emotional potholes, all these specific things that are going on internally, and now it stops you from moving and walking and accelerating externally. It's time to accelerate. It's time to stop decelerating and start accelerating. And when you start accelerating, you'll start excelling and exponentially increasing to another level and to another dimension. If you don't have my book, Know You Know, you're not on track. This is about staying on track. I want you to go ahead and get my book right now. It's called Know You Know, How to Build Healthy Boundaries and Love Without Losing Yourself. Go get a copy of it right now on Amazon. It's available as an ebook. It's available as a hard copy. You can also get a signed copy on my website, EddieConnor.com. Do yourself a favor. I know you got the book. For many of us, you may be watching, you already do, but gift somebody the book. Somebody needs the gift of boundaries. Why? Because it's a gift that keeps on giving. Got to know your no, and you got to know who to know. And as a result of it, you'll know who to know, to N-O. That's for sure. If you're not a part of my Eagles community, join me there. Want to build boundaries? Want to develop your business? Want to learn how to brand yourself in a particular way? Listen, the reason you're not growing the way that you need to grow and the way that you desire to grow is because you're not in a circle of a community like mine. You're not in the Eagles community. You keep saying to yourself, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I will do. I want to get it done this way. And you keep thinking that you can do it alone. I'm sorry to let you know that you can't. You need to be in a community that's going to push you, that's going to empower you to soar on wings as an eagle. If you're tired of trying to figure it all out by yourself, you're tired of trying this, that, and the other, and you're not getting anywhere. It seems like you're taking 2 steps forward and 3 steps backward. You got your foot on the accelerator. You got your foot on the gas and the brake at the same time. Give yourself a break. It's time for you to get real with you. Time for you to get that breakthrough, what it is that you desire. That breakthrough that you desire to step into. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button. Fill out the form, be transformed. Get into a no-nonsense community. Get into a community that's going to give you the content, that's going to give you the hardline evidence. And then it's also going to give you constructive criticism. Why? Because we've constructed something that's going to build you holistically. You owe it to you. Now let's make it do what it do. Go to theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button. Fill out the form, be transformed. Time to soar into greater success and purpose. Thank me later. I'll see you there. I know this word was empowering you to stay on track, to remain on track, to get in the right specific space and place, to find your lane, to say yes by saying no to what doesn't empower you to grow, and to also accelerate and finish. Sow into this word that you've heard via Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries. Every donation, every dollar, it matters. It makes a difference for me to do the work that I do, not only online, but also offline, empowering the kingdom and the community. $Dr. Eddie Ministries. PayPal, info@EddieConnor.com. And then also on Zelle, EddieConnorJr @gmail.com. EddieConnorJr @gmail.com. That's also how you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop anywhere on social media @EddieConnorJr, @EddieConnorJr. Family is yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand. Yo, brother, from another mother. Family, it's been fun, but you know, I really got to run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, treating a treasure, a joy beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you, I'm talking to you. Remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. I want you to go ahead and get your hands on my new book, Know Your No. It's all about how to build healthy boundaries and love without losing yourself. Boundaries are not limitations. Boundaries are for liberation. And you're going to find a way to unbox yourself. You're going to find a way to really love yourself and to move into a place of emotional regulation, to stand your ground, to draw a line in the sand, stand 10 toes down on it. Don't do the electric slide. Don't moonwalk away from it, but really stand wholeheartedly down on what it is that you say. It's for your protection. It's for your self-care. Moves you into a greater place of self-awareness and emotional regulation, and developing your mental health and creating boundaries so that you can abound to a new and a greater level. Go right now to get a signed copy at EddieConnor.com. EddieConnor.com. And then, of course, you can also get it on Amazon. Go and get the book right now.